near Pretty, Saskatchewan. Does anybody know where that is? So I got to drive the tractor because I could hit the foot pedals. And I loved actually being outside with the men in preference to being inside, although I did have all the household duties of being inside. But I spent more time with men than I actually did women growing up. And my best friend, I had a few female friends actually in high school, and my best friends were men. So I think that says a lot to my earlier years development. Working outside also freed me from a few domestic things in the home. I don't know if you know how old I am, but I was on a farm that had a crank phone with 12 lines on the phone. So I used to watch my mom, what they called rubberneck on the phone all the time and gossip, and I thought, oh, you know what, I'm never going to do that.
How many rooms was it for your farm?
I can't remember, because I never liked answering the phone. I still don't. I learned a lot from both my parents. My dad had really good work ethics, and because I labored with him in the field, I developed a lot of those great work ethics. But my mom was also an entrepreneur too as well. Like, she had her own sewing business. She tried to teach sewing to everybody in Saskatchewan. She wrote books on sewing skidoo suits, and she was one of the first ones that did stretch sewing. She used to make me the best bathing suits. And she actually worked for SciAst in their extension program, working in the communities. So I really attest my fashion style to my mom. I learned it really early. I learned to really value fabrics and textiles and colors. And she used to sew for our kids, but we're from a long line of sewers. My grandmother was amazing. You could point to a Vogue dress, and she never used a pattern. She'd hold it up, cut it out, and it looked just like the dress in the picture. So I graduated from grade 12. She also forced me to take piano lessons. In our community, one person that was designated, I know you love to play the piano, got designated to take piano lessons so that you could teach the other ones. And but I have to say that while everybody else was listening to Tina Turner, Rolling on the River, I was developing a taste in classical music. So that came from my mother. And also art. My mother really appreciated art and had a lot of books on art. And she also belonged to a book club. I don't know if anybody in rural Saskatchewan, their parents did that, but we could hardly wait until those books came and we could decide what we were going to read. I graduated in the early 70s, and I moved to Saskatoon when I was 17, not because I was academically smart, but because I was born on Christmas Day. I put myself through business college and saved enough money from Smitty's Pancake House, Midtown Plaza, and student loans. But they didn't want to give me a student loan. They turned me down twice because my parents were farmers. They were cash poor, but they had a lot of assets. But that was my first test in tenacity. I went back and back until the third time they gave it to me.
And that's why you're so good at sponsorship.
It's like 2 times yes, no, 3 times